Alright everybody, and welcome to part 16 of our playthrough of the Pokemon trading card game for Game Boy. Before we get started with our third and final match in the Challenge Cup, I just wanted to give you guys a little plug for an interview I did about a week or two ago by the time you hear this. I did an interview with Adam Elk, who sings this year's theme song for the Pokemon TV show We Will Carry On. Hasn't gotten quite as many views as I would like, so if you haven't checked that out already, I'll post a little link here in the video, and definitely you want to check that one out. I think it's a pretty good interview. In any case, our third opponent is Ronald. It's one of the usual times which you play your rival for 4 prizes, because those are the Challenge Cup rules, and yep, that's what we're playing for. A level 60 Mewtwo. Prepare our deck, of course. And then deck, let's switch back to the Squirtle and Friends deck. That's a little more consistent. As if you didn't see enough of this guy. Save it again, what the hey. Invincible Ronald deck. Well, we'll see about that, won't we? No basic Pokemon. Well, at least Ronald doesn't get a card from that. Again, nothing. And we got Hitmonchan. At least I do have Energy Search, so I'm gonna go second. Let's take a look at Chansey. So Chansey is from the original base set. Now, you probably are not seeing a scan of this because I used to have a bunch of these, but apparently I guess I gave them to someone at some point. In any case, Chansey has 120 HP, the most at this point of the game's development. Weakness to fighting, resistance to psychic. Retreat cost is 1. You'd think it'd be a little bit higher, but no, it is 1 energy. Has 2 attacks. Scrunch for 2 colors energy. Flip a coin. If heads, you can't be affected by attacks, or does it, actually it's just damage. Any other effects if attacks still happen. So the second one is Double Edge, and it does a whopping 80 damage, but Chansey also does 80 damage to itself. Now when the Neo blocks, the second generation cards came out, Metal Energy, Special Metal Energy, used to be written in a different way, in that not only reduced damage going out if you were attached to a non-metal Pokemon, and it reduced damage going back. So the way that worked is then with Chansey, if you attach a special metal to it, because back in those days you didn't have to be a metal Pokemon to use the special metal effect, it would do 10 less damage out, but it would do 20 less damage back, because it would do 10 less damage going out to itself and 10 less damage coming back to itself. So 1 metal you would do 70 out and only 60 back, 2 metals you would do 60 out and 40, so on and so forth. But that's not the way special metal works anymore. Let's see what we got on the bench. We got a Scyther. I'm not going to press to win that up. And we got a Geodude. Well, for now, let's just leave Chansey active. And we're going to have to energy... Well, let's play Bill first. See what we can get from that. Another Bill and a Blastoise. Well, I hope I can get something a little bit better here soon. Computer Search, Energy Search. Well, let's see. I've got a bunch of stuff here. Let's Energy Search first off for Fighting Energy. I'll do double damage to Chansey. Put that Fighting Energy on Hitmonchan. Got 2 Blastoise. I do not want to use Computer Search to get a Professor Oak, but alright, let's try and grab a Squirtle. Discard 1 Energy Search and 1 Blastoise, although I might regret that if I get a Pokemon Trader later. Squirtle on the bench. Just kind of hope here. Alright, let's go ahead and jab. Does 40 damage to Chansey. Gust of Wind will come in handy. So let's see, for now, let's play a Water Energy on Squirtle. And let's play one of these Gusts of Wind. I want Chansey back up. Usually you play a Gust of Wind to get Chansey out of there so you can do damage to one of the opponent's bench Pokemon and get around this wall, but since I do double damage, better I should do it this way. Another jab. And make him burn some energy if he wants to retreat Chansey again. Grimer, huh? Another computer search. Well, I'm going to wait till my next turn to play that. Much as I really don't want to, but if I get another card in my hand, that'll be a little bit better. We'll jab. I should play the energy. Well, we'll see. Another 40 a Chansey. Water Energy. There we go. That's kind of predictable. I'm not paralyzed. Let's take a look at Grimer during my next turn. Take a look at Grimer. So Grimer, it's Grimer, of course, from the Fossil expansion. It's got 2 attacks. One of them is Nasty Goo for 1 colorless energy. Get to flip a coin. If heads, the Fang Pokemon is now paralyzed. And 10 damage no matter what. Not too bad for a basic, I guess, considering most Pokemon at this stage in the game would require a typed energy to use a 10 damage paralyzing 1 energy attack. The other one is minimized. It's very similar to a lot of other attacks. You flip a coin. If heads, well, in this case, instead of preventing all damage, it actually reduces the damage by 20. Interesting. Any case, let's attach a fighting energy to Hitmonchan and computer search. Get rid of Dugong, and I don't think I'll be using another Gust of Wind, so let's go ahead and grab Wartortle. And evolve Squirtle. Not paralyzed, good. Alright, we're gonna evolve Wartortle into Blastoise, and there we go, fully powered up. Let's jab this. I could have swapped out for Wartortle, but I think, or Blastoise, but I think I will. So, I'll explain this happened. Grimer just evolved into Muck. So Muck has 70 HP as opposed to 50. And has a Pokemon power called Toxic Gas. Basically stops all other Pokemon powers from working, including my Rain Dance. So I can't use that as long as Muck is in play. But that hopefully won't be too much problem. It does have 1 attack, Sludge for 30 for 3 grass energy, and 50% chance of poison. So it's the Toxic Gas, of course, is what you play it for. So I'm not going to switch for Blastoise. So right now I do 40. Do a Hydro Pump for 40 to Scyther. Ronald Gust of Winds up my Hitmonchan to try to get a prize, because he knows actually Breeder. That doesn't really help. Grab a water from the deck. Give Blastoise. Remember, I can add up to 2 more energies beyond the attack cost to do a little extra damage. Let's Hydro Pump. And Squirtle. my Squirtle on the bench, and we'll trade Hitmonchan. Now, I can't evolve this during till my next turn because I just played Squirtle this turn. But let's go ahead and use Hydro Pump for 50 to knock out Geodude. And this should do it. And finish the turn without attacking! Oh, what the hey, let's throw another Water Energy on. I can only do that one, and then what the hey, let's breed her up. Squirtle to Blastoise. Well, it has a Pokemon power, but can't be used right now. It doesn't matter. Yeah! And Muck is knocked out, and that's my last prize, and in fact, I don't believe took all the prizes, and he has no bench Pokemon. So the double victory for me. Boy, Ronald's remarks there kind of remind me just a tad bit of Ursula from the TV show. And now I get my Mewtwo card. Well, this looks slightly familiar now, doesn't it? So, if you went to see Pokemon the first movie in theaters back in 1999, there was basically a 1 in 4 chance that you got this card. There's a different version of it with a different piece of art, but this is the original. And it has 2 attacks. So the first one is Energy Absorption. For 1 Psychic Energy, you get to look through your discard pile for 2 energy and attach them to Mewtwo. And the second one is Psyburn. 2 Psychic and a Colorless for 40. So one thing that was kind of popular was to play computer search with Mewtwo, and then you would discard 2 energy cards, attach 1 more energy card to Mewtwo, and then you would Energy Absorption, and you could do 40 starting the next turn. So this is one of the rare promos that, at least in the early part of the game, was still somewhat popular. Like I said, there is an alternate art version of this that you would have gotten with the DVD of Pokemon the first movie, if memory serves me correctly. I don't know how this card was released in Japan. It may have come out with the movie, but in any case, this is the card I got. Well, I think that does it for part 16 of our playthrough of Pokemon Trading Card Game for Game Boy. In our next episode, we'll resume with our normal playthrough of the game through the clubs.